What's up guys, TheMerryGamer here, and welcome back to another episode on, well, Minecraft Expedition. Sorry, I seem a bit distracted because I can see in the corner of my eye. Hi pup, how you doing? How you doing? We just went for a walk and he obviously still has some energy, but I haven't done a vlog in a while, and this is probably the biggest screen you guys are going to get. It's the one in the corner, so kind of can't really see the size comparison. So yeah, he's gotten a hell of a lot bigger. So how you doing, pup? So yes, but all things said, welcome back to Minecraft Modern Expedition. I kind of screwed up that intro a little bit, but I was a little bit distracted by you, Pongo, my man in fighting crime, my pup, my bro. High five! Come on. You probably won't do it when he's sitting down. He does know high five. High five. You gonna do it here? Nah. I'll do like a video one day of him doing some tricks or something, because he knows four. He obviously knows sit, high five, shake, and down. So I'm trying to teach him bang at the moment, which is play dead. Anyway, all things said, a bit of a weird intro for this one. I want to focus on copper. So as you can see, I've worked off camera and getting this nano helmet, which is great. But yes, copper is a big thing. So at the moment, we've got our copper farm set up over there, and I want to set up some sort of system to automate it, or somewhat semi-automate it. So I've looked into two things. One is one version of it, but I don't know if it still works, because I've read up it doesn't overly work. I'm trying to think what it's called. No, yeah, this one. So it was using, so if you do a 3x3 of the ore berries, and you have an autonomous activator on top, and then you can have a watering can, so one of these in there, and it'll pretty much just right click for you continuously, and then at the same time at the front of those, having a harvester. You could have one of them at the front, which will harvest it and then put that into a chest. So to do that, it's not overly hard. You only need to require power. You need to require power to the both the harvester and the autonomous activator. But I've read that the autonomous activator does not work anymore. I think they nerfed it because it was very OP. I believe the way it does is that it breaks the watering can, I've read, and it says like the mechanical hands are too strong for something so weak. So that's a problem if that's the case. From the way I look at it, you don't overly need it to right click. Like, yes, it make it much more faster, but if you leave the game running, which I can do, it pretty much, the harvester will do it anyway, because the ore barrels will just pop up over time, and that harvester in that 3x3, or you can, I think, you can upgrade them as well. So if we go upgrade, yes, it's these ones. So if we make this one, it's the top tier, which is actually quite simple. It is emerald, it is raw plastic, which is just smelting, plastic or rubber, and that, and a golden Oreberry or whatever. So it's very simple, and it goes to 11 by 11. So that's probably what I'm going to work towards today, is that getting done. As well as, I've done a bit more work on the base. I've kind of slowed down on it. I'm trying to think of how... that took a while to respond. I'm trying to think of how I want to do it. I'm kind of having a bit of a mental blank. I've got like a balcony going at the moment. I've done a bit of decor to kind of see if I'm happy with it. I think the thing that's getting me is this part here. I don't know how I want the top level to look. I don't know if I want it to kind of finish off at the same level as this, or go up maybe into like some two towers here and here, or something, to go into like viewing towers. I want this to go off this way, and I think I might have some sort of tower here or something for like mob dropping or something. Then this will probably have a balcony up here, and such, and then down here, at the moment I've got like these better barrels. I'm going to store some things in there. But I was trying to think what to use with this area, and I've kind of had a bit of a mental blank, because I had an idea for it, and then I thought of a better idea, and now I don't even know if they're relevant to be in this spot. So, to explain the idea, so since we're doing like a military sort of base and such, my idea was like these would be like, just to fill in the space, because I didn't know really what to use the space for. I thought of having them as, almost like prison cells, or like, you know, display chambers in a way. That's why I kind of done it a bit rusty on the inside. And I was going to think of like having like the servers most wanted, like getting like a charge creeper and like, I don't know, just like another, like just a boss or something of some sort. But then that kind of got me thinking. I was like, well, this, you know, every military base, you know, like, you know, if you start thinking of like Area 51 and all that sort of stuff, like there's ways, there's things said that, you know, they might have like a secret lab and all that sort of stuff. And that's what I was thinking. Like I was thinking of doing a secret lab, and that's what this direction will lead to. It will probably go down into, I was thinking kind of like maybe like a glass semicircle kind of like staircase dome, and then I was thinking of making like continuing it down this way, and then as it gets to, I'll get rid of this little bit here, and I'll carve off a bit of this face of the hill here, and I kind of do like, you know, like in Fallout, like a vault, like I kind of like a vault door in a way. But then that will be our way down into the laboratory, and then that will go down into an underground base or something. And I was thinking down there, we can have chambers, and we'll collect one of every type of mob, good and bad, in the game, and we'll like name them, and they'll have like a backstory or something. I don't know, I just thought of something, making something a bit unique about the base, and I think having some sort of secret lab for almost like genetic modification lab or something. I don't know. So that's the thought process I'm going at the moment. But at the moment, I'm trying to think of how to do this. I'm thinking of doing something over this way for power, and it will all be gridded to here. And yeah, so that's what I've been thinking. So that's why I haven't done too much building with this, because I'm having a bit of a mental block on how I want to do it. I thought I wanted to have a bridge this way, but then I was like, oh, well, I can't have this on top of the bridge because it'll be visible on the outside. So, yeah, it's because I've kind of got like a double layer, and I've purposely done a double layer because we're probably going to put machinery up here, and that allows us so we can hide cabling and all that sort of stuff for power, but it makes making that runway system, or like the bridge, a bit more of a pain in the ass to do. So yeah, that's something we're gonna have to think about and such now. I realize Pongo, he's kind of given up. I don't know if you guys can see it as well. There's actually a poster. I've got posters up in the room now. It's so exciting. I finally done some decor. You probably won't be able to see it because it's a reflection, but it's actually a cool, really cool Minecraft one. So I might take a photo of it and put it on Twitter or something so you guys can see it. But yeah, so I know it's been like 8 minutes intro, and it's been just a lot of talking. So I'm going to cut away here. I'm going to do some work off camera. I need to figure out where I'm going to put this Oreberry thing. It's not going to obviously be in a permanent spot for now. It's just, I just need to start getting a good process of ore. Like copper is being a big pain in the ass. Like I'm happy leaving this game running pretty much non-stop now. I really should set up on a server. That'd probably be better, so then I don't have to leave the computer running all the time. But yeah, I might even build it over there, or maybe just bring it closer. Maybe, I don't know, it needs to be in the dark, so there's no real cave here, but I guess I could just dig on the ground somewhere and do it. But yeah, I'm going to work on that, and I will update you guys when it's all done. So I'll see you guys in a quick second. Okie dokie guys, welcome back. So it has been a few days. And it's worked. My idea worked. Not 100%. The first idea we're using the autonomous activator didn't work. But I feel like it was going dark. The sun was supposed to be going up. Yeah, the autonomous activator didn't work. So I've moved everything from over here, so we have no more of these Oreberry bushes in this area. So it's all empty. So they'll all be moved. I actually also found a few more. I made the upgrade. I made a few other things. I made more of these solar panels. So there's nothing's hitched up over there at the moment. So I've got 9 of these. So this makes about 90,000 RF, which is pretty good. It's way more than what it needs. And it's hitched up underneath here. And I've moved it so the entrance is this little block at the moment. So when we enter, I think this light is interfering with this block because this guy hasn't grown for a few days, but we'll get to see it in action. So these Oreberries are here, and they will eventually disappear. I'll fly over to this side, so we can see a few of them. It's very slow. I think, yeah, another one popped up there. So it's not what I'd like it to be. It's not very fast. See, one of them just went away then in that corner. So it's very slow, but in the end, it works. See, that one disappeared. And so the way we've got, I'll put a torch here so we can see. So this is the whole setup. These are all the Oreberries. I've got it set up so it is an 11 by 11. So I did the upgrade, and we don't have the full 11 by 11. I think the 11 by 11 is actually all the way to the back here almost. We're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 11. So eventually, this whole area I want full of Oreberries because this harvester technically can harvest that amount. So I didn't explain how these harvesters work. So they'll do it by 11 by 11. The standard is 3 by 3, but I've increased the radius by 11. I don't know if that means it's up to 11 or it's increased by 11. So its actual radius is 14. I don't know that. I need to test that. Energy is fine. It's got so much energy. It doesn't require as much. I've just made it because I might hitch up a whole bunch of farms eventually to those 9 solar panels, and we can harvest iron and gold and all those other stuff. The thing I didn't explain is that this guy actually produces a thing called sludge. So I decided not to harvest it. I think there's not really much used from this. Like, what can you use sludge with? You can make that, or you can make decaying wheat. I think you can help it make like clay and dirt and like some things like 2%. Like there's ways of using it to make certain things. So I'm not too fussed in the idea of wasting it. So what I've set up is I've set up a void fluid pipe. So this is just completely dumping it into the void. Every time it harvests one of these, it produces a little bit, a few MBs of I thought it was milliliters, but it was MBs of sludge. So if I was to AFK, it would actually fill up quite fast. So that's why I set up that, because I AFK'd for a while, and then I didn't realize it actually did sludge. And then I came back a day later, and it was full, and it hardly harvested any. So then I made this, and it's been going for a few days, and this is how much we got. So I'm really happy with it. We've got a decent amount of copper Oreberry and that. So they'll make a few ingots. We'll make a few stacks. Like I can't remember if they're a 4x4 or they require 9x9. I'll double check that. Let's just see. Oreberry. They're a 9x9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's wonderful. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so that's good. So when we have a full chest, so that's the idea. When we get a full chest, we'll be able to make 12 stacks of copper ingots, which is huge. I believe it's 12, isn't it? Yeah, it would be, because it's 12 by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 12 by 9. So yeah, you would get 12 stacks of ingots. So that's the idea. I'm going to leave it just running, get that, and we'll get the 12 stacks of copper ingots by doing it this way. So, and I reckon for me to go out and cave and mine and look for 12 stacks of iron, of copper ore, you know, it probably would take the same amount of time. But in the end, you know, I'm working and I can run this as I'm working, and it works much better than me coming home after work and going a few hours caving to collect copper every day, and waste time that instead of focusing on something like this in the build. Because again, it's been a few days and I still haven't touched the build. So, but yeah, as the stuff I talked about at the start of the video, I've decided that actually is the stuff I'm going to pull through. The only thing I'm not 100% sure is if I want the towers here. I might just build it, have to build it and see what it looks like, and such. But yeah, and at the same time, I've left it running. I've used power for a few things and had to charge this up a few times. But we're sitting at 18 million at the moment, so I'm pretty happy with the amount of energy we have. So yeah, I feel like I've achieved quite a lot when it comes to getting that copper, because copper at the moment is the biggest pain in the ass. Everything that I require, it requires either copper cabling, which, you know, uses those advanced circuits, or, you know, I need bronze, which I need copper. The next thing would probably be to set up the same system, but for tin, I don't have a lot of tin, I don't think, as in the ore berries. Where are they all? So this is, I've got a huge amount of aluminium. But I don't think it's really used much. But I've got only 6 tin. I've actually got another 6 copper in here that I can place. I got 6 gold. I got 24 iron. So it's like, all right. So we can do a decent amount of iron and that. But yeah, we're still very low on tin. If I can go out caving and particularly look out for tin. Oh, that's actually perfect. Finishes off that layer perfectly. I think this light is might be interfering with it. I don't know. I'll see if they grow. Oh no, he just grew. So it obviously isn't growing. This guy's been little for ages and he hasn't grown, so I might have to use the watering can on them manually to get him going. But yeah, that's kind of really it for this episode. It's I know it's not much, it's a bit of a short one, but it's actually been quite a few days' work gone into this little amount of effort. It was really, I knew it was working straight away, but it was like I wanted to show that it does make a decent amount, so I did AFK for a few days to show. So it is very slow, of course, but since I'm going to be leaving this running, it's just going to build up over time, which is what we want. And really, we only takes a full chest of that to mean that we shouldn't run out of copper for a long time, because by the time we run out, there should be hopefully another full chest in there. So yeah, I feel like we've achieved a decent amount this episode with getting our copper Oreberries pretty much automated in a way. The next thing would I'd like to make it even better, actually. The next thing I could work on off camera is, do we have an auto? There is an auto crafting bench. I wonder if there's a way. Is that the only thing? Auto anvil, auto workbench, BC factory. Maybe there might be a way I could automate the recipe, so then it goes from that chest. I'll take it out of that chest, move it to, say, an auto crafter or some sort, and then that makes ingots and automatically does it for me, and then just stores them in there, which, you know what, it actually could be the next way of really fully automating that. But that's maybe for another day. So anyway, guys, I'm going to call the episode here, guys. So as usual, thank you all for watching. Hope you have an awesome day. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. So see you later, guys.